Hi guys, welcome to December the 6th. It is my little time for my little Flossmas video and a little treat for you tonight. Right here I have a little sleepy Bella. Oh Bella, come on, she was sleepy a minute ago. Here's Bella, now she's all legs and tail. Is Bella. Now I think 17 weeks old now, so she's not far off getting spayed, because obviously we have a boy cat and a girl cat. Even though they're the same litter, she'll have to be spayed quite quickly, but she's been snuggling in here with me tonight. So what's happened today? I got up, got my kids to school, Flora stayed home. She has got the D of D&V, and which is lovely. Usually happens when she's been licking her guinea pig. We say that as a joke. Bella, don't do that, darling. Not up there. She's trying to climb up onto all the boxes that my light and camera are balanced on. Yeah, not brilliant. So Flora stayed home, took Lizzie. Bella, she's being bad now, and dropped Austin, did some stitching, went to work, trying not to glance at Bella, who's right there walking in a load of things she shouldn't be in. I had my day at work, and I finished putting up the 2 wreaths that Robin and I have made for work. I will insert pictures here of both wreaths, which are pretty lovely, and really happy with them, and they will belong to the golf club indefinitely, so that's really good. Bella, could you stop being bad? I think she's off now. There we go. So mid-afternoon I was feeling a bit blah, so I suddenly thought, just randomly jumped into my brain, ooh, there's a Barbara Anna Christmas sale. So for Barbara Anna patterns that aren't kits from Nitka Moscow, you go to creativepoppy.com and you buy them as PDFs. Hey Austin,
remind you about the hair.
I'll come and cut your hair when I've done my video, okay?
Okay.
Austin's hair is very long. He's getting a haircut tonight. Right, so, yeah, so as a little pick-me-up, I blued, I think it was £6.05 on the Barbara Anna. I think it must be a Dreaming Girl. And it's really tiddly. It's going to be on 32 count, of which I found 2 pieces. It's going to be 6 inches by 4 inches, so it's actually going to fit on a piece that size, but she wants it stitched on a piece 7 inches square. So and then you add the borders, so it makes it 11 or whatever. But I found it recommends Colonial Blue, so I have a piece of Colonial Blue which is big enough but skinny, and I have a piece of like a sagey green colour which is bigger, and I'm gonna dye these 2 and see which one I like best. I'm gonna over dye this with navy blue try and get a really mottly, because it's the colour palette is basically, yes, I went into Hobbycraft after work. My little Mazda needed fuel desperately because it was very hungry, and so I went in and got the colours that I didn't think I'd own. I don't know why I didn't think I'd have them. I don't know if I have them. That is different. And so it's not your traditional Christmassy colours. There isn't that many colours, and there's a gold Krynic, but I've got a gold Gutermann. I've got the gold Krynic from last year, but I hate using it. I hated it with a passion. It looked dreadful. So I got a gold Gutermann, which is meant to go in a sewing machine, so I'm going to try that, see how that works, and we'll find out together. So I'm going to try and dye this, hopefully tomorrow, definitely Wednesday when I'm not at work, and we'll have the little clips in because I will show doing this. That's a brilliant representation of Colonial Blue. These are straight Zweigarts. They're my favourites. I bought these with a Christmas present from Casa Sanina last year. but I can't really buy from Casa Sonina anymore because now we have to pay loads and loads of import. So that's really annoying. So yep, I got myself some flosses and another, I bailed, I gave up, I got another 747. I have a 747. I bought myself another 3345 and then looked in my box, and the 3345 I couldn't find. I suddenly could find. These look very nice against my black work shirt. I've still not got changed. I did have a purple base on today. This has got 3/4 length sleeves, so I had to hooch my sleeves up and hide them under so that you couldn't see, because I'm meant to be all in black. But I had a bright magenta base layer on today, so that's by the by. So I got another 747 just so that I could get on with my O. I can't wait to show you this. I've done loads of stitching on it, and so that was what I did after work. I filled the car up with fuel. I ran into Hobbycraft, bought 8 DMC, I think. Well, it was £8, so I think it was 8 I bought, and paid with my tip money. I got £10.30 I think today in tips, so £11.30 I think in tips today, so £8 of that straight out my purse. But it was money for nothing. I get paid anyway, so tips is tips. So I bought DMC with it, which I think is an absolute win. So my Noel pattern, I did a little bit last night, I did a little bit in the car this morning, and I've done a little bit since I got home tonight, and here we are. The O is, look at that little snowman. That is finished to the tops of these trees. Look at that little snowman. He is gorgeous. I think there's a deer here and there's a little city downy deer here. And we're going up into the O. And having looked at the colours while I was in Hobbycraft to see if I had them all, the star is that most of the next bit is 312, which I think, have I got 312 knocking around here? Of course I don't have 312. I think it's quite a blue, isn't it? I think 312 is quite a blue. I thought I had it right here. Oh, that's annoying. I thought, oh, I'll be able to show you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's gone from my bundle. Hopefully not being pinched by a cat. Anyway, I can't go into my DMC boxes because you're on my DMC boxes. So there we are. That's where I am with it. I'm really happy with this. So I think I'm about halfway. Judging by my pattern, look, I'm colouring it in with a marker pen. I'm about halfway up. So I'm really happy with it. Really good. I'm going to have a little rest from this for next bit, because to rest of tonight and tomorrow I'm going to get back and see if I can get this jumper done. That looks good too. Noise from my children, apologise. And then last night when I was stitching, I stitched on my snow globe, which is going to look like that when it's done. Isn't it just wonderful? And I think I've made a fair bit of progress on it. And here's where I am. Look at my little castle emerging. You can clearly see where the bits of castle are now. But look, I really concentrated on getting all the colours. There's actually 5 or 6 colours here. I do like these patterns. All the shadings just done with slightly varying shades. It's all solid colour. There's no blends. It's just a line of this colour, a line of this colour, a line of this colour, and they're getting steadily darker, which shades the buildings beautifully. There's very little backstitch to do. It's probably only 4 or 5 lines of backstitch on the entire thing. There's a bit of floof in my needle. Now, last night I found it very okay to stitch on the Ada. I assume I was more awake. It was very okay. I'm marking off this chart, drawing a line through with a Sharpie pen, because I have to be able to see where my backstitch is going to be going. As you can see, this is all stitched full coverage, so not only to the top of the bubble, it's not only stitched to here, the full stitching goes right into the black Ada with black stitching right round about here. So there's quite a lot to do. I was actually going to get to myself to this background colour here and motor up that. I think that's half stitches. The background, the dark grey here, I think that's half stitches. So I need to concentrate what I'm doing. Make by half stitch at 2 threads. Yes, they're half stitches. So that's going to go quite quickly, isn't it? So we'll see. I'll do a bit more by and by. So there we go. I've had a good day. It's been all right. We were busy enough. Cleaned out the fire at work. Oh, I took my axe with me. Well, I left my axe at work. I must bring my axe home. The axe we chop kindling with at home, I took to work because we get lots of logs, but we never have kindling, and these logs are big, and you try and start a fire with a big log. I'm used to little bits of scrunchly paper, a few little sticks, put a match to it, you know, and then off it goes. And once the sticks are going, then you put small little logs on top, and then when they're going, you put a big log, or you put a couple of big logs in a TP shape, and then you get a proper big roaring fire. At work, what they do is onto the concrete base of the log burner, which you can see in one of the you've seen in one of the pictures. I might just pop it in again here to show you where the fire goes. There's just a paper in there. I did like the fire. The wreath was fine, even though the stuff on it's plastic. But they chuck like half a packet of firelighters and then just a big log on top, and I'm like, that's not how you do fires. And I'm like, I'm going to bring my axe in and chop kindling. So there's me in the cellar. The cellar isn't downstairs. The cellar's just a door that you go through, and then that's where all the kegs and all the beer thingies are on the wall, and all the spare booze and everything. So there's me with the axe going bang, bang, bang. Super therapeutic. Recommend it across the board, chopping kindling. Everyone was going past going, oh, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm chopping kindling, and I'm scoobied on the floor with my axe, and everyone was just, They all think I'm crazy. Apparently those people are scared of me at work. Those people are a bit like, oh, she's a bit strange, we're going to keep our distance from her. I don't care. I've reached the point where, yeah, what's it called, a thornback or something, a single woman of a certain age who has no more to give. Yeah, that's me. So yeah, that was fun. So I've chopped a good chunk of kindling so we can have a good few nice normal fires now, and much easier to light. And I lit the fire and it just went woof woof, and that was off. Brilliant, because the fire's see-through. You can see it from the bar and from the restaurant. It's like double-sided. So I cleaned all that out, cleaned all the glass with the trick where you get I use napkins, a wet napkin, and you dab it into the ash, and then you scrub the soot off the glass with its own soot, and it's abrasive enough to take it off. And then I just clean it like almost like with newspaper, like you do. Small breaking proceedings there, and I reached my size limit, so I've had to shuffle some movies along. And went downstairs and got my tablet. Very hilarious today. Robin's been poorly, and he's completely lost his voice. It's fantastic. He's like going, It's really funny. Hang on, I'm going to shut my girls up. And we're going again. I've shut my daughters up. We're talking very loudly. Righto. Don't know where I was in my thread of things, so instead I'm going to turn my tablet on and start the rigmarole of finding my YouTube thing. Just depends if Robin's been using YouTube on the tablet today. He hasn't. That makes it nice and easy for me to find my stuff. I'll just copy the link. There's yesterday's. Where is the share? Copy link. 463 views. That's pretty good. That's easily probably just over double what I was getting last year, so that's nice. Okay, so we want to go in here and go YouTube random comment picker. I'm getting faster at this. Can you see how much more alert I am today? I have caught myself up a little bit. Thank you for your good wishes, and everyone's happy that I'm back and safe and sound, and I really appreciate things. Now I need to paste. The lady said, why do you need anaesthetic to have dentistry work? Yeah, I'm having a root canal. I need anaesthetic. I'm tough as old boots. My pain tolerance is up here, but I am not having the nerves drilled out of my teeth for that anaesthetic. I'm afraid I'd be clinging to the ceiling like this, screaming loudly. So yeah, I do need anaesthetic, and it's hard, but we'll be fine. I don't know, another couple of questions. I should dig them out. Oh, I meant to drag my patterns out. I'll pause in a minute. We'll do this first and I'll pause and drag my patterns out. Get YouTube comments. 77 comments. So for yesterday, we are playing for this little guy. That is a Fimo knife. Knife up, of course, blade up. You can see the nice shiny edge on the blade there. Stuck to a load of magnets. There's the two, still not packeted up. Hopefully they will be packeted up very, very shortly, and on their way to their new owners. So yesterday's was this little guy. So I'm going to add him up there because he's going to be accounted for in just a moment. This is my Doom giveaway that haven't been posted yet. Right, ready for a start. I'm going to line that up, get rid of the picture, get rid of the light. Click start, and it's going to pick us a winner. Jane McTavish. I owe you a giveaway, Jane McTavish. And she said, can't wait to see the turkeys and sprouts. They sound like such fun little nits. Jane, you don't need to resend me your address. I still have it. I still have your other giveaway. I promise I will post both your giveaways together. And that's me, and that's how crap I am, everybody. I have such good intentions and it just goes to rack and ruin. Honestly, we'll get there. I will get there. So tomorrow, we're playing for, still no magnets, this little swirly guy. Now this one's much paler than the others. I put it in front of my shirt. There we go. This one's got quite a fine little swirl on it, and it's much more white with a blue swirl than blue and white. So this is tomorrow's. So leave me a little comment and you'll be playing for this little needle minder. Pop that there. That's six giveaways already. We are motoring along. There we go. So I do have one little video. Just before I started recording, I took a little video of everything on the bed around me, because you know this is my stitchy spot. I'm in my bed, and basically I had this to try to surround me, which for me is comforting and heavenly, and I know for a lot of other stitchers will make them go, oh my god, how can you live like that? But I can live like this just fine. So yeah, I think that's me nearly done for today, guys. Much brighter today. I feel much more alert, and I'm going to get this processing. I'm going to go and cut my boy's hair, and when I've cut my boy's hair, I'm going to set a half-an-hour timer, and I'm going to pack up as many things as I can in half an hour. I'm going to set myself a task, do as many as I can in half an hour, and then I'm going to stitch, and I'm going to stitch on this, and we'll see where I get to tonight. And then hopefully tomorrow when I get in from work, I might do some fabric dyeing, and obviously I'm going to film that. Give me 20 seconds. I'm going to ratchet in that Kallax pull out box thing and see if I can find what I'm looking for. I'll be right back. Wrong thing. I'm trying to push the wrong thing. Oh, honestly, I'm hopeless. That was an ordeal. Now, you can only imagine I haven't quite found what I was looking for. I have, however, found some pictures of this sort of thing I used to make a long time ago. This is an Alan Dart pattern. Do you see she's a mermaid, knitted mermaid doll? I changed her up a little bit, as I always do. I have a knitting pattern when you can change a knitting pattern, and then I used to sell Eastery things, so there's little knitted eggs that you could like do a egg hunt with, and then these little guys, they fitted over Cadbury's cream eggs, which are big hits in this country. And then I found two of these. One is labelled fruit and veg, and this one is my only master copy of my Very Hungry Caterpillar set. Now, I won't be able to find photos of that because I know I don't have one. I know I only have them on. But my very big butterfly looks like that. Beautiful butterfly, which, as you can see, you probably can't tell by looking at it, but the actual back is a felted piece. I have got one. Oh my god, is it actually in the box this is all resting on? All my yarns are in the box, literally, that we're on top of that box there. And this is all, I have pattern pieces for all of these, certain sequins, certain beads. As you can see, that's a blend before I knew what blends were. And like the egg on the leaf, I've got the sample yarns that I need for the egg on the leaf, all my handwritten patterns. And if you follow this, you end up with a full set of Very Hungry Caterpillar. There's oranges, look. With my drawing of a pickle, I can't draw. I can knit, I can make a pattern, I can knit you a pickle. There's my Swiss cheese. And the idea was that they looked as close to cupcake, ice cream, plum, strawberry, one slice of salami, slice of watermelon, the cocoon. There's all the different yarns I use in the cocoon to make it stripe, just like the picture in the book. And there's the caterpillar. So I made a big fat caterpillar, an egg on a leaf, a beautiful butterfly, small caterpillar, butterfly body, the cocoon, which had a zip, so you could put, and it fits the big fat caterpillar in it, which I kind of made. I knitted it in a single piece and then gathered it and ruched it so that each one pulled, and it kind of, I wish I could find you the pictures, but I know where they're stored, and it's a computer that no longer switches on, but they're on the hard drive of that. The pears and the apples all have the shading on them that make them look like they do in the book. I used to knit these full sets. Piece of cherry pie, got all the yarns I need there. I actually have a full set knitted, I just need to put it together. And then in the fruit and veg box, oh, this one's just labelled knitting patterns. I don't think these are my patterns, no. This is very annoying. I do not have, I have one of these with turkey dinner written on it. This one says fruit and veg. And I also have a laminated sheet of a plum and a pear. Knitted patterns for plums and pears. As you do. Pear, apple, it's not going to suddenly say sprout, is it? Plum, orange, strawberry, leaf for all fruit, watermelon slice, a peeled banana, a banana and a peeled banana, potato, a carrot, a parsnip, pea pod, ice cream cones, peas and French beans, cauliflowers, leaves, button mushrooms, counting rows, button mushrooms, apricot, tomato, cucumber, radish, lemon, lime, onion, garlic bulb, grape. I have a handwritten pattern for an onion and a garlic bulb, but I don't have a sprout. Ridiculous. I have a sprout pattern somewhere. Oh my god, this is where living in a hoarder's house is horrific, because I know it's in here somewhere. I went to the place where I knew they were and I found the others. I have not found the sprout pattern. Is it going to be quicker for me to redo it? I made a garland. It was a sprout garland. I've definitely got the pattern written down for sure. If I've made a garland, I've got the pattern written down. I'm quite disappointed it's not in the fruit and veg file, because it should be in the fruit and veg file. Oh, I'm going to have to go knitting pattern hunting. That could eat a whole day. That could eat a whole day. Right, I need to go and cut my boy's hair. Leave me any kind of comment. I'll see you guys tomorrow for definite. And I want to get started on my Barbarana now. I think I have all the colours. Where on earth is that pattern file going to be? I'm looking for... And look, the silly thing is, I've used the back, because this is very thin plastic, this stuff. Very useful for making patterns with. I've cut the back off, I've cut it off and used the back for a pattern. I know what I've used it for. Where on earth is that file going to be? I wish I could show you how full of stuff this room is. Some of you know a bit how full this room is, but trying to find one thing in this room, it's a nightmare. It's in this room. I'm so sad it wasn't on that shelf and wasn't in that pile. Oh dear. Right guys, I will see you tomorrow, hopefully with a sprout pattern. I don't fancy my chances, I might have to go from scratch. Right, how annoying. I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye for now. Doesn't every Stitcher's bed look like this? I've got cat, I've got DMC, I've got big boxes of DMC, I've got DMC everywhere, I've got pattern, I've got stitching, and I've got stitching. Yeah, everything I need around me. Fire stick. Everything I need, including a very sleepy Bella.